Hey guys, Darren here. That cat, I call that cat Glenn, because the first time I ever saw him, he had one eyeball hanging out of his head. I don't know if you can see it, and I've zoomed my camera in as much as I can. We have the trap out there. It's a have-a-heart trap, so I can catch him and try to get him to the vet to have that eyeball removed, because it was, oh man, like I said, it looked like after Glenn got hit in the head with Lucille on The Walking Dead, eyeball popped out and hanging down his face. Shauna, the hooch, saw him a little while ago and said that it looked like the eyeball had either rotted off or had fallen off. But either way, I got a bunch of pieces of pork from the pork ribs that we were cooking, and gonna see if he'll get in there, like I said, so I can get him some relief and probably let him go again. Get his eyeball fixed. Get him. I think it's a male. Get him neutered. Get him his shots. More to come. Okay, guys, that is actually a fantastic segue into the next part of the show. Thanks for coming by, first of all. I appreciate y'all taking a look at our channels, both of our channels, Mayhem Country Living and then Mayhem Preparedness. They're both mine on YouTube and on Facebook. I have a question for you. Just like that cat is about to walk into a trap, what would you do if you and your family walked into a trap? Now, recently, I won't go into specifics of the city, but people were sitting down having dinner at a restaurant, and a bunch of protesters came in and started flipping over tables in the restaurant and throwing stuff at people and demanding that the people in the restaurant and the owners of the restaurant, and this was in the news, this was recent in the past couple of days, give them money and food, and demanded things, let's say that. Now, you're sitting there with your wife, girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or your husband, got a couple of kiddos with you. What do you do? Now, I know there's a couple of keyboard commandos who are going to say, well, I'll pull out and empty my gun and I'll die with it. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Absolutely. You'll absolutely die. No doubt about that. To what end? To what purpose? My goal is to get your ass out of there. What would you do? Let's think about it. We have the blessing of time and forethought on our side. What would you do? Just for me, thinking about this today while I was getting ready to do the video, I know that most kitchens have a back door access. I could move my people, my party, my group towards the kitchen. And evacuate and get them through there on the way out. I know that there is a vent hood. If it's a kitchen, it's going to have a fire extinguisher. You pull that fire extinguisher to the vent hood and it sets an alarm. Or there's going to be a fire alarm on the wall. That would be my thought, to get my people out and to then have first responders come. It's interesting. More people will come to your aid if there is a fire than they will if you are being shot or stabbed. It's a sad state of affairs. It's the way it is. But this is something to think about. What if you're doing that? You're in there with your wife. I'm married. Got a couple of kids. I have a handicapped adult daughter. What if you are in a restaurant when that happens? What would you do? Again, I have my plans in place. I always look for the exits, and again, do not forget that a fire extinguisher is fantastic in a small room. You can get some good spray for about 4 seconds. It will blanket everything. You could leave. And again, this is what if, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You whip out your phone, you call 911. So what, they don't give a shit. Because otherwise they'd already be there. Well, there's always going to be a glass bottle on the table. There's that. There's always going to be salt and pepper on the table. I guess there's that too. I could grab the waiter and I could say, look dude, I'll give you $100. You get us out of this damn building now. I could do that. And then I would give him $100. I conceal carry. My wife conceal carries. We shoot quite a bit. And even in that situation, I don't know if I would draw a gun. I would egress. I would move my group out to safety. Then would not be the time. I've mentioned this before in videos. Pick your time, your place. Let's talk about freedom and liberty when you're dead or in jail. Well, there you go. I'm not being flippant when I say these things. This is an exercise for us to work through. That is my plan anyway, for us to offer up this and then chew through it and determine, well, we could do this, we could do this. Now, again, I value your input. A lot of you guys are much smarter. I've never been in the military. Some of you guys are high speed, low drag. I am not. Input, thoughts, concerns, cares. Maybe I'm completely off base. Let me know what you think. Leave them in the comments below. I told you what I would do. Now, tell me what you would do. Take care of you people.